Good morning. Welcome back to the garden. I thought for today's project I would try something a little different, I guess. So I have these asparagus here that I've been growing for, I believe, 2 years now at this point, and they do get seeds and they drop them, and what happens is they sprout in places that I don't necessarily want them to be sprouted. And I've been putting off this project for a few days now, and unfortunately I shouldn't have done that because I don't know what it is, but something is coming in here and has been nipping off the tips of the fronds. And so we are left with much of nothing. But I am still going to try and transplant these two, there's another one here, but these two asparagus out of here and into a pot to see if I can get them to grow. And then over the summer I did collect some seeds to see if I could also sprout them. Now this may not be the season for this, but I figured why not, because we have enough of them and can collect more and try again during the summer if that is the proper time. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm gonna just take this bag of topsoil. That's just what I grabbed. I didn't grab any potting soil because I need this also to fill up my beds, because all of the soil that's in them has settled. So I'm just going to take this and try not to make a mess, but I'm probably going to, and fill this little gallon container maybe halfway, 3/4 of the way up. And just dig these asparagus out, hoping to stay far enough away from the roots to not disturb them. Again, I don't know if this will work, but here I am. Well, I don't know how good I did staying away from the roots, because that's a lot of roots. Maybe that's a good thing. But I'm just going to put it in this gallon container and just backfill. And stick around to the end of this video if you are interested in seeing an update on my dad's property. I have to go up there later, and I think, based on the pictures that my brother sent me, I think there's going to be a huge change. Okay, so there's one. Well, I wanted to put both of them in here, so I'm going to try and dig up this other one and see if I can put it in there. That's a lot of roots. Okay. Hi. Yeah, hello. All right, I'm gonna put one on this side, and then one on this side. And now I'm gonna backfill. Okay, there's one. Now I don't know how I'm gonna keep the little critter from eating that, but maybe I will put it in the greenhouse under my mesh thing, or I have some mesh things behind the camera that I might put those in. So the next thing I'm gonna do is I'm just going to, again, take some of this soil, maybe some from in here as well. Yeah. And this time I'm just going to fill it all the way up because I'm just putting seeds in here. All right. And then I'm just going to take these seeds and I'm just going to put them all in here, really. And just kind of spread them out to see what happens. That might be overkill, but it's fine. And I think I'm gonna take, so this little cherry looking thing, red looking ball here is actually the seed pod for the asparagus. And when you break them open, there's about, I don't know, 3 or 4 little black seeds in here. And I'm just gonna throw those in there too. This one looks like it has 4. Give them a good water and then check back in on the status of my asparagus. And I think because they've been out here and doing just fine, growing on their own, I am just going to leave them out in the garden, but I'm going to cover them up with some of the mesh that I have covering up some other seeds that I'm growing. I think I'm just going to put them in this one here. I don't have any seeds growing in the dirt here, but I do have some other seeds that I started in the greenhouse that I put out here for an experiment, and they actually seem to be doing pretty good. So I think I'm going to take the rest of them from in the greenhouse and put them out here. But this one only has 1 watering hose, so I think these will go over there, and then the other seeds I will put here. This one might be a little too tall, in which case I can put in one of these other beds. But I'm going to go grab the rest of the little seedlings that I have in the greenhouse and put them out here as well. I think that'll be okay for now, temporarily. So now I'm just going to grab the rest of these little pots that have little sprouts in them and put them in here. So I think that should be okay for now. Like I said, I'm just going to kind of keep an eye on it and see how things go. It may not even work as far as transplanting those asparagus and starting some asparagus seeds. But that's what gardening's all about, is trying. So now that that is done, I need to head up to my dad's house, so stick around for an update video coming right now. Okay, so I am back here at Dad's property, and they've done so much work. Let me show you what it is currently looking like. Now, mind you, there are piles of bamboo, but that's all going to be removed. So this pile of bamboo used to be right here, blocking this whole area. So here's the house, and then all of this bamboo right here. Watching for snakes. Wow. I haven't seen this part of the yard in 20, 30 years. All right, let's walk down the stairs. Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen that cleared over there. Oh wow, look at that succulent. There's a succulent over there that looks like it's growing off of the rock. I'm gonna try and get down here. I'm not as young and agile as I used to be. Ooh. I do remember as a kid playing in this lower little tiny pond here. It's nothing special and not very deep, but it's still a little area right there. But in here is that succulent. I'm gonna try and get closer. Drip out. Wow, that's so cool. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to the other side of this pile of bamboo here, but one of the things that we are going to have to maintain and try and get rid of are these piles of roots right here, because this is going to be a problem. It's just going to keep growing. See, like there's a brand new shoot. And you can tell that this has been here for a long time because there's a ball right there under 4 feet of bamboo. I am gonna have to come and unclog the drain hole. And all that bamboo back there, all that dirt and fill was never there. That rock that you see out of the water right there, you used to be able to go behind it. So all of that has just been filled in by this bamboo. And then we would jump from that rock right about there. But yeah, there's the waterfall there. There's another waterfall up there. All right, that black thing that's in there is a trash bag that my husband used to plug the hole a couple months ago, and it got stuck. So I gotta figure out a way to get that out of there. Normally we would put a tarp in there, but we didn't have one, and the tarps don't get stuck. But let me show you what's going on. So pretty much right where the shadow of the GoPro is, right there is where the drain hole is. I don't know if you can see because of the reflection of the water, but yeah, at least it's flowing, but I need to get onto the other side over there before this gets full, and these rocks are very, very slippery when they get wet. I am so excited. This is so cool. Okay, well, thanks for hanging out with me. Many more adventures to come, and I will see you next time. Bye.